Alright, so what should we showcase today?
Shut up, you pimp. You know we're doing Kefla. They already saw the thumbnail.
Really, Satan? Okay, fine, we'll do Kefla. Damn.
Of course, before any creation must come destruction.
How's it going, guys? I am Blue Man back with a Kefla showcase for you today. I figure what better time to show off Kefla than when JP just got the Dokkan, so if you're on Global, this can give you a rough idea of how good she is now, and then also knowing that she's going to get, a lot better, because her Dokkan Awakening is phenomenal. So we're going to be running the Golden Frieza event, because that is the newest and hardest event out right now, at the time at least. I highly recommend maxing her SA, but you don't have to do it immediately, if that makes sense. You can obviously hold off for a bit, because her Dokkan Awakening makes her a lot better, but that won't come on Global for quite a bit. So you got some time to set aside 9 Kais, or of any kind, to try and make her better, obviously. Mine has no dupes into her, but if you didn't know, Kefla is going to be an unfeatured SSR on basically most banners, if not every banner going forward, for the foreseeable future. So there's plenty of time to get dupes if you only pulled one of her. Her team is phenomenal. She is a key changer and does kind of nuke based on how many Fizz Orbs she gets. So there's a lot to like about her, and I'm personally a huge fan of her card in general. Now, obviously you're going to see her hitting for only 570k, so this is my Kefla with no dupes, but the max, basically free paths for her. So she does have a chance to super on her second additional, because it is a kind of like a built-in additional. And then what you saw there was a third hit that could also be a special, because of the free 5 additional that you get from her dupe system. So basically what you just saw there was she has the potential for 3 attacks that can all be supers, and with even no dupe system investment could all do 500k. So she has the potential to do up to 1.5 million without dupes, and she only gets better with her Dokkan Awakening, and I cannot stress that enough. So, I highly recommend her. Obviously, I'm sure everyone else has as well. She's definitely not a card you want to sleep on. That's why I went and pulled at least one of her. She is a fun category to run as well, because this team is fairly phenomenal. I mean, I love them personally. For this team, I generally want to get Zamasu and Rose in the same rotation, because Zamasu does lower HP, and I just took a lot of damage there. But, let's go ahead and put Rose in this last slot so I can line him up with Zamasu. I'm actually going to go ahead and heal just in case, because I took quite a bit on that. I didn't think I was going to have to worry about HP, but this team's not very defensive, really, so there's that. This should be able to finish him, hopefully. But basically, this team's big defensive thing is Super Vegito, which is why I kept him on for damage reduction. Obviously, he's phenomenal for reducing normal attacks. This team could probably beat pretty much every event out there, if not every event, even without dupes. So this team's a very powerful team to run, especially if you're low on certain cards, because the variety within this team is actually pretty phenomenal. So I personally love it. Let me know what you guys think of this team in the comments down below. I would love to hear it. I didn't get any supers there on purpose, because the friend Kefla is only one super, because she's the only Kefla I could find. That's going to be your biggest problem with running this team, is finding a friend Kefla at this time, because she is kind of rare as a leader, unless you have friends that are just dedicated towards running her, which is pretty rare, I feel like, because there are so many better category leads that are out now. But when she gets a Dokkan, you will see her a ton, so I guess that's a good way to sum it up, is that she'll be around more often later on. So I'm going to go ahead and of course this is going to screw me over with Kefla's passive here. We're not going to be able to get a lot of power boost or a super because she didn't get any physical key. But I guess that's sometimes the way to go. At least she'll reduce damage due to Frieza being physical here, which is pretty favorable. I mean, I'm definitely gonna survive. I probably could have no items this, but I didn't utilize Super Vegito very well in an attempt to show off Kefla. I do love her dodge factor too. Her and Kefla are really fun to run strictly because of that. I may do a team of Kale, Kefla, and Kefla at some point. But in the meantime, I mean, they're just fun to run in general, all three of them. And they do get a leader in Jiren that is phenomenal to run. I'll go ahead and drop another team because he does a lot of damage. Trying not to die during a showcase like. So we're gonna manage to hopefully defeat him with... Oh, I meant to... What am I doing? I meant to keep Rose and Zamasu on the same rotation, but it looks like Zamasu is gonna float unintentionally. Hopefully Rose can come out and clutch this here. The reason why I like to keep Rose and Zamasu on the same rotation, if that wasn't clear, is that Zamasu's passive lowers super type allies' attack, so it's best to link him up with the only other extreme unit on the team. But sometimes that doesn't happen ideally, so it is what it is. We are going to be able to boost Kefla's passive here, and that's actually a pretty good outcome. Obviously, the lack of key issues on this team are kind of solved with the Dokkan Awakening that comes out eventually for Global, because then she'll Dokkan Awaken into a 3-key leader instead of a 2-key leader, because that makes this team a lot harder to run when you only have 2-key leaders, so you're only starting off with 4-key overall. Hopefully I can actually survive this turn. Yeah, it should be fun. Since Super Vegito's not getting supered or taking that much damage, I'm sure. The dodge! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Love me some Kefla dodges. I can't wait to run Jiren just because the Universe Survival team is so much fun. So I'm definitely gonna look forward to that one, personally. And the crit, let's go. Super Vegito comes in the clutch almost all the time. This isn't a good rotation. I'm just gonna go ahead and casually Ghost Usher, because since I'm not gonna finish him off this turn, I don't want Tech Vegito to take damage. So this team suffers from minor problems, mainly stemming from the key lead issue, but like I said, that's gonna be solved with the Dokkan Awakening. So this team will get even better as time goes on. You see Rose hitting for 1.2 million. That is a Rainbow Starred Max Potential Rose. So once Kefla Dokkans, I mean, Rose will be hitting for an even more insane amount, probably 1.5 mil, somewhere in the ballpark of. So I'm really excited to do that because I personally love that Rose, and I put a lot into him. Let's go ahead and drop these, and Kefla should be able to finish it here. So that's a very poetic ending, having Kefla finish it. Oh, with the Dokkan mode attack too. I didn't actually think I had... Oh, unless Vegito ends it, actually. Vegito might steal the spotlight here. And yeah, Vegito ended it. Nice. So Vegito kind of stole that a bit, but... Phenomenal unit Kefla. Just know that she does get even better, and her team, as good as it is now, will even get better as well. There's a lot of good units to run on that team, so you got some good variety aside from, I don't know, kind of like other categories like Omegas, where there's only like 6 good units to run, so there's only really one good team you can run. Kefla gets a bit more options in the different Zamasus and Goku Blacks and Rose and etc., as well as Vegito. So the team has a little bit of a variance, which I really like. Let me know what you guys think of her team down below. Who's your favorite card to run with Kefla? And I will see you guys in the comments down below. And feel free to check out some other videos. Sometimes YouTube doesn't actually send them to the sub boxes, so it is what it is. My name is Luke Man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, YTRI, right? Have a good day, guys.